What's good, everybody? Another quarantine edition of the Neapolitan Ice Cream Podcast. Your boys Christian, Joe, and Will here. Back at it again on this lovely Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers out there.
Yes. Happy Father's Day to all our father listeners. Y'all don't get enough love. Nobody really gives a fuck about Father's Day like that. But
Yeah, fathers get killed in the street. Literally sometimes, unfortunately.
yeah. God.
Oops.
Jesus. Yeah.
Whoops. My
No,
bad.
but seriously though, happy Father's Day to everybody. Hopefully y'all are kicking back, enjoying quality time with your kids or whatever the fuck y'all want to do.
Shout out to the baby daddies. Shout out to the foster fathers,
Stepfathers.
stepfathers, dog fathers. Shout out
Y'all got a day too?
to today.
Wow. All right. Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about Father's Day except this year. This year is probably the one day it's been better on Father's Day because for Mother's Day we couldn't really do jack shit like at all. You couldn't even go out back then.
And what's the difference with Father's Day?
Yeah.
Nah, but they outside now.
You
They got fire.
Doing what?
They got firecrackers.
Oh my god.
They got something.
It's the same exact thing, bro. I'm being real.
All right, well, it's the first time it's been even. Mother's Day is usually way more lit.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh.
But yeah, at least we are heading into phase 2 of this shit, right?
Yeah.
Progress. There we go.
As you was excited.
I've been begging for good news for 3 months now, so progress. We're going forward. I mean, Cuomo can finally take a day off now.
Yeah.
Retired.
He ended the season on a high note. Raised the jersey up in the stands. And nigga had a whole farewell. I'm like, he did that. It's off season for him now.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to him. He did a great job. I fuck with Cuomo OD.
Played 111 games.
He's still doing the updates and all that. He's just not doing the press.
Yeah, he had a whole season.
Yeah. Y'all getting your haircuts this week? Yeah, I got my shit lined already.
Do you?
Pre-ordered my shit. I pre-ordered my shit, bro.
I gotta hit my barber up.
Nigga, I hit my shit up on Friday. Like, yo, when? Time.
When?
I'm there, nigga. Got my shit on pre-order. That's that curbside pickup for a hairline, nigga.
You get your cut on curbside. Barber posted up on the corner.
Give me my hairline in a bag. That'd be crazy.
That'd be wild.
It goes
just smack it on.
You gotta like go and
apply heat for 5 minutes and shit.
You gotta lick it like it's like an envelope.
Oh nah.
It's like them old stickers or those little tattoo shits that used to come in those candies. You gotta wet them and then you peel it off.
Word.
That shit for a hairline. Yeah, I'm gonna get my shit later this week.
Word.
It's time.
It's time. Like I've been dying for that. Probably still not gonna be out those, but I still need it for me. You know what I mean? Like
I just can't. It's too hot to have this much hair for me.
Word.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Like the front part of my hair just looks like coochie from the 70s.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So you just said you have pubic hair
Basically
on your head.
Life.
Yeah, that's a struggle. If I was you, I'd get a haircut immediately. Immediately, son.
Word, but now haircuts, salons, and all that shit open up. Barbers are back. Now we could. Can we eat outside? Is that the new shit?
We can do that now.
We can eat outside.
Only outdoor dining and drinking.
So no indoors at all.
I don't think so. I mean, not legally.
Not legally.
What about beer gardens and shit like that?
I think they're functioning. Only the outdoor section, though.
And they're at full capacity?
No,
I
not
don't know
full.
about that. No.
Not full. Not full.
Well,
I
the
think
beer
50%.
gardens. I think beer gardens you could easily socially distance though. Like you could set up the tables a little bit.
You could, I think.
You say that, but the waiter got to fling the order at you. He can't come bring it to you.
At
My whole
most
thing is
beer
that-
garden. Wait, no. At most beer gardens, you have to go up to the counter anyway.
True.
No, they don't
Food.
do like what.
They don't.
Yeah, at the counter anyway.
Yeah, at beer halls and beer gardens, that you gotta get it
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever. That's the rules. That's how it works.
He sounds mad, even though it's like a good thing.
Yeah.
I just
My
don't
whole
think
thing
it's
is like
wrong.
for the outside, can you use the bathroom?
I don't know.
Like-
I'd assume so, but
Yeah, like because
You
I'm
never know.
deep, you can't go.
that don't
inside.
make sense. Because then I feel like that's where the most germs are. When people are gonna go and I know motherfuckers don't really wash their hands like that.
Yeah, them frat boys, they go. Yeah, they the ones you gotta watch out for.
Yeah.
And them boys that go straight to the middle stall when there's 3 urinals, and they go straight to the middle one while you're already on the left or the right.
They can't do that no more.
Yeah, well, they don't care because they do it on the start. You, as a man, you know that the rule, like one space, another.
You always
They
gotta
just go
leave
straight
space,
next
yeah.
to you and then try to talk to you.
Nah, don't talk to me.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Tell you
The
nice
fuck outta
watch.
here. Huh?
There's people that try to touch you. in the
Nice
bathroom,
stance.
too.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nice stance.
It's a nice watch.
Pause.
Exactly. It's an OD pause.
I remember one time at work, I was taking a piss, and then someone said that my sweater looked nice, and they reached over and started to feel it.
Oh,
Why you pissing?
Yes.
Nah.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Stood there.
You stood there and took it.
Pause. No.
What did you do?
I said, "Don't touch me," and I left. But we know this person.
You
So.
wash your hands? That's crazy.
No, you did it. You were about to say a completely different answer.
Yeah, we know the person, so I'm gonna just leave it there. But, I don't know how bathrooms are gonna work. I don't know how outside dining is gonna work. I don't know.
I'm concerned about that though. Like
I
that,
highly doubt every one of these restaurants has the proper permit for that shit. I done seen some.
what is the proper permit?
You need an outside dining, like license, I think.
Do you?
Yeah. You can't just like set up shop out. So you gotta like go through some certification and shit.
Bars I've never seen before have outdoor dining. Had outdoor dining these past couple of weeks.
They probably they've expedited it for a lot of like services.
Okay.
And I think it might be free actually now to like go through with the thing.
Yeah, because they need these businesses to survive.
Hmm.
But I'm also concerned is how are the blocks, like how are you going to be able to maneuver through the blocks if every bar is doing that? The outside.
They can only take up certain amount of space.
I know, but like when you have bar at the bar at the bar and they're all on the street, what's that going to look like? Like I seen on Reddit people complaining like, yo, I can't even walk my dog because there's so many bars doing outdoor dining. Even before they were legally supposed to do it. They were saying I can't even walk down the block and walk my dog because there's so many bars doing it at the same time and there's no space.
Is it because there's crowds outside, or it's literally because they set up the chairs in front?
Well, it was chairs because of the crowds. Well, it was crowds because of the chairs outside.
I seen this one restaurant by me. They dead ass took up the whole corner. Like
Yeah.
it's like not even a sidewalk.
Huh. I haven't seen that quite yet, but
So we go to phase 3 in 2 weeks from now?
hopefully.
What's phase 3?
The litter shit? We can actually really do stuff like go inside the bar? Yeah, we can actually go inside the venues and stuff like that.
I think
this
capacity
cool.
increases too.
I think it's like 50 or 75% capacity. Not 100%, but let's be real. None of us like 100% capacity.
Nothing. I don't think we're gonna see 100% capacity this year.
I mean, we're going by 2 weeks. That means by August we'll be in phase 4.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see that, to be honest.
Yeah,
Really?
but you know what?
Like,
I don't know if
with like stadiums and shit. Does that include that too?
No.
It's slow for that.
So
Period. That
that's what
wasn't
I was
even
gonna
like
say.
included.
I don't think phase 4 is technically like the end of it. To be honest with you, I don't think when we hit phase 4, it's
It
back
just
to
opens
normal.
those. No, they said
Yeah,
what
no.
opens. It's like theaters
Well,
and
'cause
stuff is back.
Yeah, but there's gonna be huge limitations to that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I agree. I don't think it'll be something like that for quite some time.
Right. It still is phase 4.
Yeah, I think that's just like they could probably limit what they could because it's large event. It's large. What is it? Large event spaces, recreational usage.
All the
Man,
fun shit.
Aren't
speaking
gyms
of
in phase 4?
speaking of
Gyms in phase 4?
I thought gyms were phase
yeah,
3.
I originally
Phase
thought
4.
phase 4. No, it's phase 3. It is phase 4. We're technically recreation. But speaking of recreation, I walked by like the park the other day. Motherfuckers are all up in that shit. You know, shit was gated off. They don't give a fuck. Why didn't he open up the? Why aren't the playgrounds open up yet? Like officially?
They
Isn't that
open up
like
tomorrow.
phase 3?
I thought that
I
was
don't know
phase
if
2.
I don't know.
When are they putting the basketball hoops up?
Never.
That's what I want. That's
What?
basically what I want to know.
Never.
What do you mean never?
It's slow. Niggas ain't getting hoops in New York no more. So did your hoop dreams somewhere else? 2K, nigga.
Hell no, ew. I don't think it's technically because I think in some state parks they put it back up, but I think it comes down. I think De Blasio's got to actually be the one to be like, yo, put them back.
Yo, put them back. What the fuck?
Trying
He
to
don't
ball?
want to. He don't want to get
Yeah.
crossed up. That's what. Hell yeah, I'm OD trying to ball.
OD,
I'll be
alright.
out there.
Really?
I'm trying to have more options to do shit, basically. Well, that's like part of the overall
Yeah.
shit that I fuck with.
I've yet to do anything like partake in any social gathering since this whole quarantine thing started. So I'm ready to get back out. I haven't done anything.
That shit is gonna be mad weird the first time. You think we're still gonna have to wear masks?
Huh?
You think we're still gonna have to wear masks?
When? Yeah, of course. But for how long? When you like? What's your time?
Like when shit opens up for real.
Like phase
Like when
4?
Yeah.
Yeah. OD.
In
OD.
the bar?
At a bar?
Yeah.
I don't know though. I don't know.
I think so.
Inside though?
I mean, you've seen videos already of people doing it inside. You guess you keep it on until.
Where?
I seen it at the strip club.
All right, that was dumb though. They were naked with just the mask on. I'm like, that defeated the whole point. Like,
didn't you just send the video?
Which video?
With the chicks at the
Oh yeah, in Florida. Yeah, but then in the third clip, they all took it off and they were all just dancing on each other. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I could see us all walking in with masks. I can't imagine.
But if you look at everybody else in that video I sent you, nobody else had them on. I'm like, all right, they just had it on chin straps. Yeah, every video I seen, like especially like the only bars that are open I seen is in like Florida, and they don't wear masks in Florida.
They don't give a fuck about anything.
And Florida's getting fucked up right now.
Exactly.
That's why I don't know if did we talk about like how every other state is completely getting fucked up right now and we're chilling.
No,
not really.
Not really. No.
Not really.
Yeah, motherfuckers. Motherfuckers was all that talking that spicy shit, and now look, we're chilling.
Now look at you. We ain't. I mean, we're chilling. We ain't doing shit yet, but
taking it slow and steady wins the race. If it's a race, I guess. Whatever.
This is a fucking worst race ever. Nah, but I think like everything just happens faster in New York. Like I think we just went through the shit faster. We're gonna come back faster. Well, they're gonna be dealing with this shit like this for the rest of the year, just because it takes this.
They or everybody?
I think more so them. Like, I think we're gonna be at the same spot for a long time. I don't think we're gonna see increases.
So you don't think it has anything to do? You think social distancing has to do anything? That it's just a matter of the disease because they got it later. That'll be later. That's it. You don't think
No,
there's
I just
anything-
think the density of New York helps with. I think it spread a lot quicker in New York, and we were able to get through the cycle of it, of flattening the curve.
I feel you, but flattening the curve don't just happen. It didn't just happen because we got it and then we got it early and then it just
No, and then I think us stopping going out and shit too.
Yeah.
But I mean, their numbers are still nowhere near our numbers, just because we have so many people.
But they're getting like they're looking like us in March or early April right now because their numbers are just jumping by like 1,000 a day in Florida right now.
They're hitting new highs.
Yeah, they're going ham right now every day, and it's still they never close anything. Still, it's like what the fuck, like. All right, my niggas. Yeah. And they were talking about like, yo, they might tell niggas who try to come to New York when we open.
Stay
like,
the fuck out.
Yeah.
Stay the fuck out. And if you from New York, and if you from New York and you left and you want to come back now, stay the fuck out. Stay the fuck out. The fuck out of here. The fuck does this look like? You can't just come back when shit's starting to get sweet. Nah, we were in the trenches. We were in the trenches. Y'all motherfuckers wanted to go off and do whatever the fuck y'all want. Want to come back? Oh, New York's opening up. Shit's getting rough over here. Yeah, damn right, shit's getting rough over there. And you want to come back to New York? Fuck you.
They're saying they got a quarantine for 2 weeks. They want to come to New York.
You got to pay tax. That's what you got to do. You got to pay me.
He's just mad because his Florida trips got canceled.
Yeah.
Nah, but I feel him though. Like I feel him like
no.
them niggas like his numbers are jumping. They trying to like about face because they told us niggas from New York, y'all can't come here unless you quarantine for 2 weeks. Keep that same energy like that.
I was looking at memes. I was seeing memes.
Yeah.
I was seeing jokes. Motherfuckers were like, "Oh, New York ground zero." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And Cuomo told ya. He said, "It's gonna be a time. We're gonna get past this, and it's gonna come to y'all. Keep that same energy."
That's though, because niggas is definitely gonna try to come in like August, late July. If we still doing good, and they're gonna try to pull up. They're gonna be like, "Nah, it's slow. Where you coming from? Florida? Oh nah. Hurry up and get back on that flight. Hurry up, run."
How quickly are y'all willing to get on a flight?
Flight to where? It's nowhere for me to go. I have no interest in anywhere at this moment. Maybe Canada.
We can't.
Other than that, there's like no other state. It seems like a place to be right now.
I may have to wait till like, I don't know. Are they fully open yet? I don't know what cities are like fully open.
No. Well, not to my knowledge. Not.
Yeah, right.
Miami had to shut down. Like all of Florida ain't open. Miami had to shut down.
Miami shut down?
Mm-hmm. At least last week they did.
No, I seen stories. I seen stories yesterday. I'm going ham. Maybe I was watching some other shit, but they seem like they're still active in life.
Atlanta's open, or Georgia's open.
Yeah, they are.
Wow.
Yeah. In the States.
I've been thinking about doing a trip, so I would say
when?
Pretty soon. It depends on where, obviously, and then I would be down next month
to get on a plane.
But yeah, I'd be down. I don't think the plane aspect depends on the price. I'd like start to think of it in a normal circumstance, like as I normally book a trip.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about the plane. I'm concerned about the city.
It's like it depends. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it depends on where. Like, what can I do there?
Yeah.
If I can do shit in places, I'd be down to go.
Yeah,
honestly, but I don't
have to wait this one out.
I don't know what it looks like right now, to be honest with you. So
very true, son.
Yeah.
You a Christian?
I don't know. I was thinking about Going somewhere.
Oh, I know what place is open. Technically, Vegas.
Are they doing Vegas things though, or is it on some bullshit? Like with the glass casinos and all of that? They're doing that?
What's Glass Casino?
Like
I
at
don't know.
the
They got
blackjack
dividers.
table, there's like glass dividers everywhere.
No, I think they're just doing their own regular shit.
Good for them. Good for them. Hopefully your numbers don't jump.
Well, yeah, that's what.
I'm saying like 22 out of the 50 states are wilding right now.
I think they just increase. Their cases are increasing.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're wild.
No, I'm talking about like their COVID numbers. They're just like wilding,
They're increasing.
jumping. Niggas ain't closing. Nashville getting fucked right now. This nigga D.L. Hughley passed out. That was wild.
Hold it down
You
real
got
quick.
it?
Someone's at my door.
Damn.
Why do you look at us like that?
Deliveries. So I know, right? Deliveries during the pod.
Yeah.
You better have a guest appearance. It's the delivery
Imagine.
guy. Yeah, you want to be on the pod?
That'd be funny as fuck. Yeah, fire delivery girl.
Show her titties. Honestly, have you ever had a delivery girl? I don't think I've ever had a girl that delivery.
Not
I
food.
only I would say 3 times I've ever had like a taxi or Uber driver be a female.
I had a couple female Uber drivers.
I only had but I swear it's only been like 3 times.
Yeah, I had a couple of female Uber drivers.
Have you ever had a female delivery chick?
Not for food, but from Laser Ship. It was a chick
Oh,
banged on my door like the police. I'm like, what? Yeah, and it was just for a fucking memory card. I'm like, all right. They wanted to get this flavor. I respect it. Just don't leave it in front of my door. It works.
My shit yesterday, my delivery package for my dog toy said it got delivered before it was actually delivered. I got gas when I got outside.
Oh,
That
yeah.
shit wasn't even there. I was like, the fuck?
Right.
How you say this shit was delivered? It's not here.
That's
They
the
be
worst.
lying.
That's the worst.
Who was at the door?
Delivery.
Was it a female?
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh shit!
Why?
I was just saying. I feel like I've never had a female delivery
Really?
person. Yeah, like ever.
Wow.
It's always been a male.
No, I've had a couple.
Really? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Bad?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, but y'all were talking about D.L. Hughley. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, what? He just passed out. I'm like, I was like, wait, there are comedy clubs open?
Yeah, it's about to be so slow for that shit now.
Oh, he fucked it up?
I think so. He tested positive for COVID and he was in a room full of people.
Yeah.
And he passed out in front of them.
That was like the worst example of all time.
Yeah, it's
That was on video?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't see that. Oh
He
shit.
just said Mexicans and he just
It
passed
said
out.
he
I'm like,
just slumped
damn.
over. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And they had to like carry him off.
At a Nashville comedy club. And then I think I read another article the same day saying Kid Rock's bar in Nashville lost its license for selling.
Well, I know. Yeah. Well, I was looking up Nashville to go to, and then I saw that. So they said they completely shut down their park. I was like, oh, so for that.
Yes.
I was shocked that comedy clubs were open there.
Yeah. OD.
When you
And
think
they're
about
small.
it, they're
Comic books
all
don't even
small
be
and they
big.
all pack you in there, and
Yeah.
they're like one of the least hygienic places in the world. It's slow.
Like I said, you're gonna have to start doing comedy shows through green screens and Zoom chats.
Yeah, you have to get
Have a Zoom digital audience.
Fucking just have the whole grid up on right there.
Yeah.
You gotta raise your hand if you laughing.
Looking like Professor X using fucking the helmet. Using Cerebro and shit.
Cerebro.
Connect with all your fans and shit.
That's OD. That's fire.
That shit crazy.
Damn,
I'm gonna miss comedy shows though.
You. Yeah, you probably won't see comedy clubs open for the rest of this year, to be honest. I think they fall in line with all the other shit.
And so comedian's gonna be broke, bro.
Comedians are already broke, so.
That's what I'm saying. They have to get regular jobs and shit. Wait, so can they get like unemployment?
If a comedian is smart and they know how to hustle, they've been getting unemployment the whole time they're a comedian.
That's right.
Hold on.
But yeah, I mean, most comedians are hustlers anyway, so
Right.
they're figuring it out. Damn, I was about to say something, I forgot. Oh, speaking of unemployment, did they extend the unemployment shit, or is that just like a thing they're passing around?
Oh, like the extra $600?
Mm-hmm.
And so here's the case. Niggas is passing around a petition to get the extra $600 a month until the end of December, because that shit runs out on July 26th. So niggas who ain't hustling and out here trying to get this money, or even want to go back to work, they want that extra $600, because without it, they're just gonna be getting whatever rate unemployment is giving them. So some of them can be getting as low as $140 a week, which is like under $500 for the month. So they want, instead of going back to work, to get that extra $600 so they can just be chilling. So niggas want that petition to be passed around. Nigga, the thing is,
I seen that shit circulating more than a motherfucker.
You notice the people who sending that shit, though.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. I'm like, yeah, you ain't trying to get this money. You just trying to be out here. So that's the thing. You sign that, ain't shit gonna change. It's the Republicans. It's at the House. They got to figure that out. They said pretty much that they want people to get extra money because niggas need money, but they don't want niggas to get $600 because that's way too much money, and it doesn't encourage people to want to go back to work. Niggas got to go back to work to rebuild our economy because that shit's fucked right now. So it's definitely not, if they pass it, it's gonna be adjusted from that HEROES Act that they said. It's not gonna be $600 a month. They're talking something like $250, $300, maybe $400 a month. I mean a week instead of the extra $6. So we'll see what happens with that, but that won't happen until the end of July. They're saying.
I've seen some people were living real good with that extra $600.
Yeah, that shit nice. Because some people are getting like $500, $504 for unemployment plus the extra $600 a week.
A week?
Yeah. So niggas getting close to like $1,000 a week. So they're chilling. Those people are chilling.
Yeah, a lot of people are making more.
And then you get the stimulus. Yeah.
It's more than
a lot of people are making way more than they made with their actual job. So that's a problem with.
If I was getting that shit too, I'd be passing that petition around like a motherfucker.
Yeah, petition's not gonna do anything though, unfortunately. Okay. Niggas know that. Yeah, niggas know.
Have you ever heard of a petition work?
To work?
I mean, niggas sign petition.
Have you ever heard of like to actually work?
Yeah, there are some. There's a TV show called Veronica Mars that it had a bunch of petitions that happened that eventually had the show not come back as a show, but come back as a movie. So that's one.
They had the position that they wanted it to come back, but as a movie.
Yeah, the show finished or got canceled, but it was like a bunch of petitions and like begs for the show to come back that they eventually raised money. They started a GoFundMe and they raised enough money to create a movie for it. So that's one example. Another example is what happened recently. Niggas been complaining and wanting Skate 4 to come back. Well, Skate 4 to actually happen. To the point where EA just announced last Thursday that, yo, you guys begged for years and years, and we're finally going to do it. We're going to make Skate 4 for y'all. So
have you ever played Skate?
Yeah, that shit's actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it is.
That ass.
I never did.
Yeah, it's mad fun. It's mad fun. You can create your own character. You just go in the city. It's like, think of it like open world Grand Theft Auto just for skateboards. You're not shooting niggas and robbing niggas, but y'all skating around and hanging out. It's like real life. It's like one of those mellow, chill games. You just skate around with people.
It was like the most realistic skating game I remember.
Yeah, you use like the sticks to jump and shit like that to do it. You hold it. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Word. Speaking of video games, motherfuckers. We were gonna talk about it last week, but we forgot. The PS5 was announced, and motherfuckers been going crazy for that shit.
Yes.
I didn't realize so many people had PlayStations until I saw memes and shit about this stupid shit everywhere.
Yeah.
If y'all are listening and don't know, we're Team Xbox. So fuck that Sony shit. I'm not gonna lie though, the memes are funny. I fuck with them.
Yeah.
That shit where they made the PS5 look like Kaiba is
Seto Kaiba?
yeah.
Yeah.
But Joe, this is probably your expertise. Like, why is it so hype? Like, why are they going so crazy for this shit?
It's literally a popularity contest, honestly. That's what it comes down to. It's just that Sony's the more popular console. So they're just using that to just build off of that and just make fun of Xbox. Just like, for example, it's always been a console war between Xbox and Sony. So because 360 was unanimously better than the PS3.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just more fire. But then niggas didn't like how Xbox made the announcement for the Xbox One, having like all digital games and shit. Like, it was a bunch of things that people didn't like at the start of it that was announced that people just made fun of it, thought it was just stupid.
I think
Like,
backward compatibility was one of the drawbacks too. I think. I'm trying to remember.
No, I don't think it was that. Fuck, what was it?
I remember hearing about the
something
PlayStation.
like, I forgot what it was. It was like 15 years ago. I forgot what was it that just pissed everybody off. Ah, man. I forgot. I think it's called DDRM, some shit like that. But ever since then, and then Xbox not having its own exclusive games made it so that people just sided with PlayStation. And then from there, PlayStation had their own exclusive games, which is definitely a plus for them versus Xbox. So then from there, that's just been the only thing they had on Xbox, was that it had exclusive games. And Xbox, we had fucking Forza and Halo.
PSN isn't free, right? Not anymore, right?
Not anymore. That was another thing. Xbox, we paid for it. PSN was free, but now you pay for it. So there was that. So because they're more popular, and then another big thing is in Japan or like in Asia, they don't play Xbox like at all. Like, they don't even make games for Xbox because they know people won't buy it. So in Japan, they fuck with Sony hardcore. Like, that's their shit out there. So it's, as far as popularity goes, it's always gonna go to them. But like, going off of what was announced now, it seems like the Xbox has better specs and all of that shit, but people are still siding with the Sony PlayStation because it's the more popular, trendy, and cooler thing to do based off of how everybody else views it, without actually considering the real specs and shit. It's whatever. I'm still rock with Xbox. I'm still hating that I can't play fucking Spider-Man, nigga. Fuck with Spider-Man.
I hate that there's no baseball game.
Well, that's gonna change.
No, they're coming now.
That's changing.
Oh, they're all coming?
Yeah,
the
show signed a multi-year contract with Nintendo and Xbox, so it's gonna be on all three systems now.
Oh, look.
Starting, I think, this year.
Yep.
And then, so we still don't get Spider-Man?
No, that won't happen ever.
No, because it's
it could happen. It's not impossible.
What's the company that makes that manufactures the Spider-Man games? I forgot.
Insomniac?
Yeah, I think it's because of them.
Yeah, they have a deal with Sony. They made one game for Xbox, Sunset Overdrive, which was cool. I like the game, but I think they signed another deal with Sony, so they're like exclusive over there.
Yeah.
So it's slow for that. But the thing is, you can have exclusivity deals and still like collaborate with other systems. Like with Microsoft and Nintendo, they've been having a lot of collaborations on their games recently. Like, we have exclusive Xbox games that are now coming to Nintendo. So it's not impossible for us to get it. It's just rare, extremely rare. Wouldn't even bother expecting it to happen, you know what I mean? But yeah, Team Xbox, nigga. Hopefully that shit ain't like $700.
I saw that's how much they're both gonna cost.
No, I can't afford that.
I can't afford $400.
Yeah.
Which
How do you think that shit look?
I think they both look kind of trash. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What's the Xbox? It reminds me
of
like
Xbox just look like
smart
a
speakers.
brick. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit like a smart speaker. They call it a refrigerator. That's the thing. A
That shit's
refrigerator and a
probably hotter than a
PlayStation's a
bitch.
router.
That's exactly what the PlayStation is.
That shit like a router. That shit ugly. I ain't gonna hold you. Why would they make it white? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I thought it would come with
The
different
controller,
colors.
well, the controller was white. The basic controller they had was
Fuck
white.
that. Like, keep it black. The
I
white,
know.
it gets dirty. Like, I
It's
know
gonna
you're
get
not gonna be
that
looking
dirty,
at the
yeah.
shit while you're playing, but it's gonna collect dust. It's gonna get dirty. Like,
Or even the controller itself. But then
yeah,
you could say Xbox,
it's gonna turn yellow. Yeah,
Xbox 360 was white.
yeah.
Nah,
That
not
joint.
all of them. They changed it though.
Yeah, but yeah, eventually they always
But
change the color.
the core
years
basic
later.
one was white.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
There's, well, the Xbox 360 too, you can get the replacement. Like you can
The
always have
shells.
bought those.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. That was corny. I remember I bought that.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, I'm not even looking at this shit.
Yeah, I didn't
Nobody's even
buy
coming
it.
over to the crib.
Yeah,
Well,
nobody gives a fuck
like, what
about
the
that.
fuck? That was a waste of money.
When I bought my Xbox One, I got the Call of Duty Modern Warfare version of it, and I thought
Yeah.
it had the same effect. And I started to like,
Oh, peel it off?
I thought my controller, because you used to be able to do it with the controllers too.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden I was like, hold up, there's nothing else like back there. So I like quickly like let it go
Yeah.
before I fucked up my shit. Well, I got fucked up anyway. But
yeah. I feel you. I'm definitely on. Y'all copping Xbox or the PlayStation? I'm copping that
I'm
shit.
getting the Series 1 or Series X, whatever the fuck it is.
Series X. These
That
names
shit
be
don't
weird as shit. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Only reason I have an Xbox is everyone else has an Xbox.
So you're a follower.
Pretty much, yeah. Whatever y'all would have had, I would have gotten. I ain't gonna just sitting down and play with nobody. What the fuck?
Right.
To me, they're the same shit, if I'm being honest. But
yeah, but here's the thing. The best thing about it.
Overall, they're pretty similar.
like, if we all would have had PlayStation, I would have had a PlayStation.
Gotcha.
Like, everyone in our high school had an Xbox.
It's true. Because
Well,
like
it
I said,
started with
360,
Xbox
360 was it.
That was the
Yeah.
era. Yeah,
That was the system to have back then.
Because I remember I actually had original Xbox, and mad people had PS2.
PS2 was lit, though.
Yeah. I had that.
I'm not gonna deny it.
The best thing about it is, aside from exclusive games, is like a lot of games are becoming crossplay now, so you can be on PlayStation and play with niggas on Xbox. So like,
Exactly. Yeah.
if you're playing a third-party game that's on all systems, you're fine, and you can play against someone on other systems. So as long
I
as
also
they
just feel
we're good.
I just feel like besides that, Xbox's actual the games that are specifically made for just Xbox, I feel like they lack quality too. The ones that they actually are making, like how many times can they? I feel like Halo's completely deteriorated. Gears of War isn't what it used to be.
Mhm.
What were some of the other ones? There's I feel like there was Forza.
Whole-
That's what I'm saying. That's
how
all
many
we got.
racing
Halo,
games?
Gears,
Yeah, but like,
Forza. Like we don't got shit. Right
Yeah, we
now.
got-
yeah, like,
Halo, Gears, Forza, and we got some newer joints like Ori and the Blind Forest. That joint's fire, but not everybody's into games like that. Was I talking last?
Yeah, I think so.
Shit, I lost what I was saying about this.
Last game you said was Orin and the something.
Ori and the Blind Forest. Oh yeah, I was saying like we're starting to get our new shit up, but we're gonna have to wait till July to see what they announce because they're having their conference later in July. So from there we'll see what happens. But the best thing about the way gaming is now is the cross-platform play. So it doesn't really matter what system you get. You can still play with other people on other systems.
What I was gonna say is why don't they just make like all games cross-platform?
I don't know. Well, one big problem is we experience this firsthand is niggas on computers are cheaters.
No, fuck them. No, I'm not talking about them. I mean like game consoles, like real people.
It's because all games are pretty much designed through computers, so like it's easier to do that. There are different. This is like kind of like how like there are different things on Apple that you can't do on Android. So it's different.
Yeah.
Like chips and data and all sorts of like nerdy shit that we don't know about that doesn't just easily let it be translated. So it's not as easy as it seems, but some game developers say, yo, we can do this for every game. It's just like niggas like Sony be like, nah. Niggas like Nintendo be like, nah.
They want to be able to. I'm sure there's also they want to be able to say you can get if you get our shit, that's the way you get to play this game.
Exactly.
This game,
Exactly.
They'll give that manufacturing company a certain amount of set money, as opposed to relying on sales.
Exactly what it is, man.
I remember when we got Metal Gear Solid.
What?
Didn't we get Metal Gear Solid? Did that come over to Xbox?
If it did, it's when people stopped playing Metal Gears.
Didn't we get Metal Gear Solid 4 on Xbox?
I didn't get it.
Or like, didn't it come over? Didn't we get the
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. There's a lot of games like that. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, now,
Because
but
before
I think you
that
meant
was
that they gave you the game.
No. Like it came
like
over.
The game is actually on the system. Yeah, because the makers, Konami, Hideo Kojima, he's a cool dude, and he was able because they put him in Smash Brothers. Snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like he's cool with collaborating with shit. But they even kicked him out of his own company. This nigga made Metal Gear Solid. They kicked him out. Like what?
That's wild.
Yeah, and made some trash after that. So it was like, damn, these niggas is fucked up. But yeah, the game industry is like, you gotta think the music industry bad. The game industry is fucked up too, son. Like, because a lot of them are greedy. A lot of them just really just want to take your money. Microtransaction this, microtransaction that. Oh, you want to get this new skin? All right.
Money.
You pay money to get coins to try to get it. You won't get it exactly. You'll try to get it. You roll the dice and maybe you'll get it. So they're doing shit like that, back to back to back, in all these games. So it's crazy. It's crazy,
But all the battle royale games follow that same shit pretty much.
Yeah, but the thing is, battle royale, they let you pay for like the skins you want. It's not just like, all right, you have a chance at getting it. You can buy the ones you want. Sometimes they're at like prices you might not want to pay, but they're there if you want to get it. You know what I mean?
And here's the thing too, they'll propose a really low price point. They'll propose like, oh, it's only $10 to all these little kids that are spending their parents' money, and be like, oh, but mommy, it's only $10. Oh, $10 for a game essentially is low, and then the kids keep begging and nagging, and some of them even just take their parents' credit card.
Yep.
And it starts to add up, and every little transaction adds up. That shit flies way over $60 for you to buy the normal full game.
Yeah. Like the biggest problem I think is with like sports games like 2K and Madden, like they have that, and FIFA, they have like this pay to win feature. Like you can't compete in 2K in my career unless you pay to get your character better, or you spend $100 to make them actually decent to content. Like that system has to go. And the thing is that their fan base is made up of a bunch of teenagers. So one, they don't know any better. Two, it's not their money that they're spending, so it doesn't really affect them the same way. So there's not enough voices complaining and telling them like, yo, this is not fair or right. Like you're just really just stealing money from everybody. Because you can't even play the game the right way you want it to play. You want or need it to be played unless you spend money or spend a lot of time. And time is money, so it's fucked up. And that needs to change. Like I think it's hitting them because they had 2K for sale for like $2 like a couple weeks ago. I'm like, what, $2? It's free on Xbox Game Pass, so they're not doing the same as they have been for like years. So
well, I was gonna say,
I think they're taking a hit.
How much do you think they make on the actual purchase of the game now versus in-game purchases?
Oh, in-game, I think they said, I think 2K said they made like $1 billion in in-game purchases. Billions. Because look, you have one character. Let's say, like back when we used to play, we had to create.
Man, don't even talk to me.
No, we had one character. We spent at least $50 on our character. There are dudes with like 5 characters.
Yeah.
5 characters. So that's like, oh, all right. So
I paid to level my dude up, and I didn't even play the shit.
Yeah, you paid $50, didn't even play it. And I'm like, all right. Think of the people who have 6 characters, like.
Wow.
Yeah, and then think of the millions of people who play the game. So it's like they getting $1 billion just off of the microtransaction, not just off of the sales.
I was gonna start to say you could now with everything with them making so much money off of microtransactions, and in culmination with the communities of sports games, mostly. There's some obviously other things out there, but like sports games, we talked about this 2K and Madden. The community keeps complaining that every year the game doesn't really change all that much.
Yeah,
it's
because they don't care.
It's basically a roster update,
and
then. But I wonder. Hopefully, I always wonder if they can continue with microtransactions. Will they ever just make one game?
That's what I was.
Then
that's my solution.
That's what I was.
you don't need hard disk gaming anymore. No one does a hard disk gaming anymore. Everything's digital, so you could just update the game.
Just
I want to see
right.
update.
it's like
It's called
Fortnite.
an
They have
expansion.
seasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
literally
It would be
like
nice
that.
if they did seasons. I swear to. I think me personally,
Yeah.
I think that's the solution. Instead of like 2K or whatever 21, just call it NBA 2K, and then
yeah.
season
Yeah.
20, 21,
Yeah.
and then from there you pay like $30 for the expansion per
No,
year.
Yeah.
give me that shit for free. Fuck you.
I mean, that's the tough part. They got to make money somehow.
Well, yeah,
Here's
well-
the thing. Here's why like the battle royale games are good, because they're free to play games, but they offer you content that you want to pay for. All right, if I buy the battle pass for $10, I can one make the $10 back. Two, I can potentially spend the $10 I made on a skin that I like a lot. So when you put stuff like that that people want to pay for, then it works. But when you have a game like 2K, I already paid $65 for this. Then I want to play against people the way the game needs to be played. I don't want to spend 30 hours in my career just to unlock one badge. So
Yeah.
they can spend the money just so they can be decent enough to play against other people. So it's forced. It's like it's toxic as
Yeah.
fuck.
For the multiplayer aspect of my player, I just wish the skills that you put your play it's fine if
Yeah.
that applied just to your career mode or whatever it is, but then to apply it to the multiplayer, I think is bullshit.
Yeah,
Like,
I
just
think, I
make
think that's
it-
the thing with sports games. It's hard to make it competitive without it being based on probability. There's too many
Yeah.
things not in your control. Like if I pass the ball to somebody and he doesn't catch it, whose fault is that? It's not a catch
Yeah.
the ball button in the game. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to consider sports game extremely competitive when there's too many things out of your control. So fuck 2K, nigga. I'll beat their ass, nigga. Fuck you, Ronnie.
I hate Ronnie 2K.
Yeah, that nigga's an asshole. If you ever see him on YouTube,
He looks like the biggest cocksucker.
that nigga be talking mad shit, mad rude and arrogant. I'm like, oh my god, this is who you want to be your social media like brand manager? Like, come on, this guy.
He probably only pays for pussy. He probably can't even.
He doesn't pay for food. That's all
No,
he
I meant
pays
like
for.
no, I meant like he probably can't even bag chicks. He probably just gotta pay for them bitches.
I can see that. But on the topic of basketball and sports,
Yes,
I don't
I'm
know
worried.
if to talk. Huh? You're
Yes,
worried?
I'm worried.
Yeah, I don't. I was gonna say I don't think we're getting anything this year.
Yeah, with the numbers in Florida spiking up the way they are right now, I can understand why these players are saying, "Yo, we're concerned." What about the workers? Like, yeah, I can understand why they're concerned, and I'm concerned a lot too.
I just think situations are gonna keep popping up where like one team, like this week in baseball, the Phillies had a outbreak of like 8 players or some shit for baseball, and
Yo, when
then
you think of it, good.
And then, like, no, last week, the Cowboys and Texans had outbreaks. And I just think there's no way you can get all these people in the same area and expect it not to go around.
Yeah.
And then they want basketball. They doing the fucking the rings or whatever the fuck that is, the tracker rings. Where do these shits come from?
That's what you sent them. Like, now they magically got a COVID ring.
I haven't heard of that outside of that one little article. So
That was the first time I saw it.
I
but
looked
then
it
I
up.
Googled
It's on Amazon. They look kind of clean. I kind of want one just to wear.
Yeah, it'd be lit if it was like the Green Lantern ring.
Word.
Fuck around and smack the shit out of
Captain
somebody.
Planet rings and shit.
I don't know where they came from, but apparently they're gonna make them wear that.
Yeah, I'm worried because it's so many weeks until July 31st. Like, a lot can happen.
Well, their vote is supposed to. There's a deadline for the players to vote, which is coming up in the next couple of days.
Days. Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah, no, the players will have their official vote. I think the deadline's technically Wednesday, but they're saying that the players will actually place the vote sometime this weekend. Well, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. It's coming up real soon that they have to vote whether or not they're going to go into the play or not.
Does it have to be like a jury where everybody has to agree on the same decision?
I don't know. Well, technically no, because technically no. I guess they're looking for a certain number of players because the players aren't forced to go anyway. They're not going to get. They're not going to. There's no like breach of contract. They could. They're not going to get paid, but there's no breach of contract. They can't get like fined or suspended or anything like that for not wanting to play. So I guess the league will decide if they have enough players that say yes. But that's what the whole point. I mean, I guess people's opinions can change and whatnot. But most of the players are saying they're mostly not. I think they're mostly going to not play. I don't know, because they interviewed Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard said it's more about the racial injustice thing, why they wouldn't play. Some players, I guess, would probably be the health reasons. I don't know if I'm ready to.
I don't
I
see
don't
how
know.
the racial injustice could stop.
We've had it. I don't feel like.
Yeah,
we've been having
I still don't see
discussion.
it. I've been thinking all the, but yeah. How'd they pick Orlando of all places too? Like,
I think it's
Well,
just
they
the
have.
one the one complex big enough to.
okay.
Yeah, because they have multiple courts right there. They have the residential areas that they and
That's
socializing.
fair. Oh yeah, they had all the hotels. Yeah.
There's people that can be employed there to assist them. It makes sense from that. I see why. I think I don't know. I'm torn because I've never been fully. I've been hard to come into terms with if it's actually going to happen for quite some time. But at the same, I don't think the recent couple little, the recent even the whole point of the campus and bubble is so that they can protect from the outside. I don't think it's specifically because it's Florida has anything. I don't know. I don't see it has anything to do with it because they're not going to be exposed too much to the outside. If it's not going to happen,
it's the workers. Like the workers gotta go back home and shit, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. They can't leave.
No, but there's hotels and stuff that they could stay there.
So
I don't.
They
But
stay in a hotel for 4 months.
They weren't planning on doing that. So no, yeah, they were allowing. I don't know. I'm torn. I have no idea what to think at this
Silver
point.
came on yesterday and said, "Yo, it's all good. Don't worry about it." Yeah, Silver, Adam Silver.
I'm sure that's what he's
tweeted yesterday. I'm confident we'll be all right. All right, dog.
That's what the baseball commissioner said.
Yeah.
Said there will be baseball played this year.
I'm 100% confident.
They were supposed to start early June.
I'm 100% confident he's a dipshit.
Cool.
Commissioner of baseball.
Oh, they talking about Silver. Like, damn, I thought Silver was the boy.
No, Silver's the boy.
For basketball, it's all going to come down to LeBron. LeBron's playing, everybody's playing.
Yeah. I mean, this nigga probably
if LeBron gets sick, then
just got finished balling against the Monsters again. So I think the COVID ain't nothing for him, right? Like, fuck it. Yeah. Right. That's probably what they're gonna do. If they don't play the NBA season, you're just gonna watch him play against the Monsters for 3 months.
Just him showing up in a green screen room, balling out.
Or
shit.
That'd be wild. Well, yeah, fingers crossed. So what's good with like NHL? Any news with them?
The Lightning so far they are still on track. Canada said they'll allow as a hub city, but the Tampa Bay Lightning shut down their facilities, their training facilities, because I don't know if they had 3 players that something happened. Tampa was overall got fucked up because even the Mets and Yankees moved up their spring training facilities. They're doing spring training here in New York. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know, but I think NHL's still on track.
Yeah.
The next couple of weeks, I think the next couple of weeks. This next week we may find out a lot more.
We'll have to know because they got to start soon, or they're not. It's slow.
Yeah. Phase 1 for reporting to training camp is in, I think, 2 days. So yeah.
Yeah, I seen Kwame post something about the Yankees and the Mets doing training camp here in New York.
I just said that. Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, they're because Florida's getting fucked up. So they're like, all right, we're gonna go to New York.
Baseball doesn't even know where the fuck they're gonna play if they do.
Yeah, play. Exactly. Baseball has no idea what's happening at all. Fucking idiots.
Damn. You an un-baseball fan now?
I'm not gonna say I'm I'm not gonna say I'm not a baseball fan
Baseball.
anymore. Yeah, whatever. But they're pissing me off. I'll say that much, and I'm not going to continue to rant. I've said my piece.
Alright. See.
But
We'll
they're
see.
supposed to also vote in the next coming days or so whether or not they're going to either accept the deal or. Here's the thing too: if they accept, there was a recent proposal for 60 games and prorated, which prorated is what the players want. They just wanted more games. MLB says the owners said they can't do more games, so the players sent a counter proposal. They got rejected, so they're basically going to vote if they're going to take that deal, or the other option is Manfred, the commissioner of baseball, can set the schedule based on their agreement in March. But then the players would file a grievance against the owners. So that's basically where baseball's at. So that's the news you'll get. That's yeah.
Gotcha.
So, and the reason if they take the 60-game deal that the owners propose, part of that deal is that they cannot file a grievance against the owners. So, yeah. They both can go fuck themselves. Both sides can go fuck themselves at this point. The fact that they can't get in a room and just talk it out, it just blows my mind.
I mean, they got a social distance.
All right, Zoom call.
All right, there you go. Tell them they probably don't know that.
A chat room.
They probably don't know that yet.
Millionaires and billionaires.
They on AIM.
and yeah, they probably they still got dial up.
In the fucking snail mail. Nah.
That's what it's based.
If you snail mail or nah, that'd be wild.
They literally take 3 days to reject a deal.
I feel like it's all politics, though. Like,
Oh, it is. No,
Seems
it is.
like it's all behind thousands.
It is politics.
it's so dumb.
It's strong arming the other.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so let's not have any expectations. Let's just worry about what might or may not even happen, which is basketball. Because that's coming up. That's what, 5 weeks? 5.5 weeks? I'm losing faith.
I'm not hopeful for anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm trying to prepare myself to go.
I don't think we're gonna get any
entire
of
summer.
our major sports.
Yeah.
I don't think we're getting football either.
Really? Well, Trump said they're not playing football.
He can suck a dick. I don't know. I just can't picture. Football has the most people on a roster too. They got damn near 200 people on the field at all times.
200?
Between coaching staff, fucking trainers, security, photographers.
The roster itself is 53 people.
Yeah.
Then there's the practice squad.
Wait, so do they all like take a like the same plane to games?
Usually, yeah.
Damn.
Trainer, bus, whatever, yeah.
Man, rolling 100 deep.
I just think America.
It could be hard. Like, yo, if you have a teammate you don't even know, like, where you came from.
I think like our like America is just too big, and like these leagues just have too much people for us to expect it to just be like smooth, you know?
Yeah, I can imagine there being hiccups and shit.
Yeah.
We're already dealing with
low
them
key.
The shit even
No
started.
one's really talking about it. Brazil's getting fucked almost as much, if not worse, than we're about. Like their numbers are skyrocketing.
Like it's Sao Paulo, right?
No one's talking about that shit over here yet. I mean, because we're still dealing with.
Is it the COVID numbers or like?
Yep. Nope. COVID. COVID's fucking Brazil in the ass right now.
Damn.
Okay.
Yep.
And they don't have the infrastructure we do.
And that's the thing. They don't have the infrastructure. I don't think I think their medical system and healthcare system is completely fucked up.
Damn.
I know I remember a lot of them when I worked at Burberry, because back when our tourist numbers were higher, especially from Brazil before the dollar changed everything. They would come here specifically for our healthcare system. Like the doctors, a lot of the wealthier ones would come here for the doctors. So
Yeah.
because of how nasty shit is over there, they're gonna get. I fully expect. Like they're in a bad situation there.
Yeah.
Where's it
And
at?
they're
I didn't know how bad.
they're one of those populous dense countries too. Like there's a lot of people there on top of each other, and
Mhm.
kind of like India and China. Like I think China's just been lying about their numbers.
Oh, China's been lying.
I'm curious, yeah, because they recently shut back down after 53 days with no new cases. Now
First, it's impossible for them to have zero new
Yeah.
cases at all.
53
But,
days.
Yeah, like come on, son.
Yeah. India, I haven't heard anything about India.
Me neither.
Me neither. It's similar to Brazil though. They don't have the best infrastructure for healthcare, and people just don't go to doctors. So
Really,
like
people don't go to doctors there? Oh,
it's a lot of it is poor too. You know, like
I know that. I'm sure they do. They rely heavily on like homemade remedies and oh shit,
I don't know about all that, but I just
like
think they can't afford.
herbal tonics and shit like that.
I don't know about herbal tonics, but I just don't think they can afford like healthcare the way we can.
Yeah.
The same. So, and they also got a fuck ton of people over there. So,
Yep.
shit's rough, man. Shit is rough.
Yeah, but it looks better over here.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Don't
Yeah,
jinx
I
it.
was just about to tell you not to fucking jinx
Man,
it.
Fucking
Try
wake
not-
up tomorrow.
you know be rooting for
breaking
losing.
news: a giant lobster attacks the city. Like what the fuck?
I could tell you to be rooting for losing teams.
giant laughs.
Whatever
That
you
is
type
not
of
true.
giant
3 out of the 4 teams that I root for are losing teams.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
what?
all of them aren't.
You shut the fuck up.
No, I was telling them you can't be jinxing shit like that.
Oh yeah, this ain't a game. This the livelihood. It's one thing with a team. You know what I mean,
All I said was shit is looking better here. That's all I said.
it's not. Nah, it
It
kind of
is.
is, but
What do you mean?
yeah, it is.
You spent the first half hour talking about how shit's going better. I don't know.
Nah,
I
this
just
is what we
whatever.
keep it. I feel like we kind of earned it, right? Like, well, most of us, like, not the niggas just posted up in front of the shits, like, starting
Overall,
block
though,
parties.
society, we
Overall,
deserve
yeah,
it.
overall, I think we did a good. I'm still concerned about how we had all these protests and the numbers didn't jump up.
Look, man.
But I'll take it, you know.
I don't understand half of this shit. I don't understand how these numbers work. Since Memorial Day, I've been seeing people out, just drinking.
Yeah, remember? Yeah, back in early May when we seen everybody on West 4th Street just
And we were like,
picnic.
oh shit, yeah, our numbers are going to
Homo's
go
gonna get
way
'em.
up. Yeah.
So we got great news today. The numbers down. I'm like, what?
Better than ever.
That's good, but like you're supposed to get them. Now they're gonna do it again.
Yell at
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, I'm concerned, but I'll take it. You know what I mean?
But do you feel the change? Do you feel like have you guys not? I actually do feel like I don't know. There's a different energy out now. I don't feel like we're as scared or as like I'm starting to feel the reopening process happen.
I feel like New York is starting to wake up again a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like I've been in the house so long that my introvertedness is running out. So I'm ready to embrace whatever the new normal is. Cause I gotta get back out there. I go back to work this week coming up, so I'm gonna start doing regular shit.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
You go back
the
in
new
every
normal,
week, every
try to
day.
embrace it. Hopefully, I fuck with it.
a lot more conversations are happening right now about the reopening. I think I'm starting to see it firsthand, and I just people are maneuvering. Stores are opening back up, especially offices are opening back up in phase 2. We didn't mention that.
I thought offices were phase 3 or 4.
Nope, it's 2.
Oh.
It's 2. Yeah, but they're gonna be. It's
limited.
Everything.
No
just because it's
meetings.
opening doesn't mean it's back to what it used to be. It's gonna be. It's all with modifications. But
Yeah, you're gonna have to
I'm
fight me
starting
to
to
get
feel
me
it.
to go back to the office.
Here's the thing. I'll be concerned like everything opens up and niggas go back to being the regular way. Like, I don't think we can do that again.
It's not gonna. I don't see that happening.
Like immediately or forever?
Forever.
You think
Like,
forever?
when will be the point where like, yo, mask off? Fuck it.
Vaccine.
Vaccine, yeah, like that's not. Who knows when that's gonna be? It's not gonna be anytime soon.
We don't know. I don't know, but
It's not gonna be anytime. That's crazy.
I don't know. But
Praise.
I'm just glad. I'm just glad I'm starting to. I hear the like I'm starting to go back to work now, and then, you know, things are starting to progress. There's gotta be a breaking point where eventually we're like, all right, we're just gonna have to live
Fuck
with
this shit.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Honestly, yeah. I think we're
Yeah.
just gonna have to live. Yeah. I think there's gonna be a breaking point eventually.
New York is real close to that shit. I'm telling you.
But what is the breaking point? What are y'all saying? Like, what does that mean?
Where we just
Right.
I don't
Just say
know.
fuck it.
No, but what?
I don't-
Like, fuck it and do what though? Like,
No masks. No.
I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I don't think. Well, not just maybe necessarily that. I don't think New York will go back to what we were doing in quarantining. I don't see it.
you don't think we'll like shut down for like 2 months again? Well, 3 months again? I
think
can't believe we
maybe,
did that. We did that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
That's
I
OD.
just,
Who would have
I
ever
don't-
thunk it? We spent a whole entire season in the house.
We spent my favorite fucking season in the house.
In the house, yeah.
Yeah.
It's hot now.
It's June. It's summer.
hot.
Like yesterday was the first day.
I
of
had
summer.
a bunch of hoodies and shit I wanted to wear.
Bro,
I
gotta wait till fall now, son.
I can't wait to show y'all what I got. Can you imagine?
Bro, I still might wear it in the summer.
So I remember we went shopping right before the shit started to close down too. I haven't been able to wear any of that shit.
I got something for y'all. I haven't worn real
jeans or
clothes.
pants. Yeah.
I haven't worn anything that's not elastic in like.
Bro, every time I went outside, I wore the same exact outfit. Whenever I went to the store, I wore that same outfit like 8 times already. Same exact outfit. Never switched anything with it.
Yeah, that shit is gonna be weird getting dressed to go somewhere for the first time.
Like, are people gonna see me? I feel like meeting women is gonna be like a blind date. We all got on masks and shit now. We don't have face.
That might work out better for a lot of people.
Yeah, that shit is like literally when you dance on a girl in the club and the lights come on, she look at you. You still got a mask on, so you good. That shit gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I'm interested.
I'm concerned how that's gonna be like meeting people, like
dating.
Yeah. Shit, every day's a blind date now. That's interesting.
Hopefully, the chick you pull up to isn't like a germaphobe.
Oh wow. I couldn't date a germaphobe. Let's be real.
Well, you wouldn't be able to talk to her either because she'll walk right away from you.
She wouldn't be
walk
out.
away from me. I'll tell her to walk away from me.
Are germaphobes coming outside for? I can't imagine them being outside, right?
No.
I'm sure there's gonna be a certain amount of people that are gonna be going outside, but do not want to be like any type of near strangers. Like in terms of like they'll do enough to go to the bar in the same place where strangers are, but when it comes to being face-to-face conversation with them, it's like nah.
I can't wait for the first time bars open up and people are just trying to yell at people for not being 6 feet away from them at a bar or some shit.
Oh, yep.
Look, we ain't got room for that shit, all right?
Yeah,
not gonna lie, before the COVID, the last weekend we went out, me and Will was at Blind Barber. That shit was actually pretty lit at like 50-75% capacity. It was a lot of space and it was enough people to actually.
It wasn't like deathly hot in there.
Yeah, it wasn't super hot. People weren't on top of you. You can get your drink whenever you want. I like that.
I think personally, I think I'm gonna fuck with that.
I like
part
that a lot.
Where,
and if
where
we
it's
can
like,
get that, yeah, like.
Well, maybe that's why you gotta go in. That's why we gotta take advantage of it now.
Oh, there you go.
Before it gets all the way to 100%.
Yeah, because I did like that. I'm like, oh, Sam, we can actually sit at the bar. We can get up and dance when we want to. No line at the bathroom. Oh, we out.
Yeah.
That's some New York shit, though.
What?
Just being happy we have space to actually do shit and use the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, but that bathroom line be wild.
Yeah. I'm curious to see now that shit's gonna reopen. I want to see now like shit that's not gonna be reopening like at all, like shit that's.
Like closed forever.
I mean, we saw you sent the link with a bunch of bars.
Yeah, I sent another updated link. One bar that me and Will went to that we fucked with, that shit is gone now. I'm kind of sad about it.
Yeah.
You remember the Highland?
Which one is that one?
I'm thinking. It was on like West 4th, around West 4th area, where they had like mad whiskey.
Oh,
mad whiskey and
that's
bad
that with the taxidermy deer head in there and shit.
Yeah.
That was that. Oh.
Yeah, they got bodied. They ain't coming back. I'm like, damn.
Oh fuck! I low key. Oh, damn, that was like one of like the easy like backup spots for that
Yeah.
area. And, oh
Yeah,
shit.
it was right next to what do you call it? Carol
That's
Place.
right.
Walking
Yeah.
distance.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a cool spot. Yeah, they're gone now.
I know which one you're talking about.
The Highland. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, huh. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yeah, they had mad. It was a whiskey bar. It had a bunch of like barrel whiskeys and all that shit. Yeah. R.I.P. to
But
them.
yeah.
We'll see what else come back.
Hey,
Uh,
so real soon we can start recording in person again.
That's a good thing. That's a blessing. I wouldn't mind doing that. You know what I mean?
Shit, this,
Maybe
as
it's
great as
next
this
week. Stay tuned.
Hopefully.
Shit.
Hopefully.
Bring back the content that people really want to see. I feel like we've been on our Cuomo shit too, honestly.
Meaning what?
Yeah.
Like just, every week just updates and
Oh yeah,
keeping the people in tune with the streets, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. The COVID report. The Neapolitan Cuomo. Quarantine report. Yeah, I feel you on that. All right, so with that being said, fuck everybody popping fireworks all day, all night. I hate them.
Motherfuck anybody that does fireworks.
And on top of that, fuck the people that put the fucking alert on Citizen app thinking it's gunshots. Like, really? Every damn day.
Those are foreigners. They ain't from here.
Oh my god. No, they definitely
I be getting shook because the first couple of times I'm like, damn, I didn't realize my block was this hot.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now, son. No, it's fireworks. Like
the ones that sound like grenades are the one I'm like, all right.
No, that's
if you imagine having PTSD, that you can kill somebody. And
if you hear on the end of it, it's a firework.
Yeah. When you look out the window and see a bunch of lights in the air, that's a firework.
Yeah.
Imagine it was a firework that just blew up and then it just had the finger person. That'd be fire, I ain't gonna lie.
But
didn't I go on a rant once? Wasn't that a 3 Scoop of mine one day? Well, why is fireworks like? Have I talked about that on that?
I don't think so.
Why haven't we come up with better looking fireworks? Like, why is there like?
I hate them.
Why haven't we come with better looking fireworks? Why haven't we gotten cool images to go up in the sky when they light up? Why is it all
a GIF? I want a firework GIF.
No, because
like a moving image. Hit the wall, like that'd be wild.
No, but we only have like you only see like a star go up in this. Like, you ever watch a fireworks show, like or like the little planet, the little like fake Saturn looking shit? Yeah. How have we not come up with a better image by now?
Fireworks are played out.
Yeah. I don't know how much of these shits that they got this year.
July 4th should be a laser show.
Like in the sky?
I've fucked with like other cities do laser shows all the time. Hong Kong does it every night.
Really?
Every night.
Every night, yep. Every night they do lasers up in the sky, and all the buildings have like images that go on it. Like some of them have like Pac-Man go down the building. Yep.
Oh, that's fine.
A whole bunch of Asian cities.
Why can't we do some fly shit like that?
We're fucking slacking. We've been slacking on technology from those Asian cities.
We've been slacking on everything in New York. They're finally like, oh, niggas can't come outside. Let's upgrade the train station now. Hurry. I'm like, all right.
Have y'all seen that app? The app they're talking about that is going to tell you which train cars are packed?
I don't believe it.
Me neither. It took them like they're supposed to come out with They're supposed to come out with an app to tell you which carts are going to be packed and shit. It took them like 50 years to put a clock.
Do they have a bouncer? Yeah, I was say, do they have a bouncer on the train doing the clickers? Like,
they're saying it's by like weight or some shit. Do you think I trust these motherfuckers?
You'll be that one chick that weighs 8 people.
Well, I was gonna say, and it's not gonna tell you why that shit is empty. I'm gonna get on that shit. It's gonna smell like ass because some bum is in there.
Yeah.
No AC.
Yeah. Could be like that.
Yeah. But progress, right? Progress. But yeah, motherfuck anyone shooting fireworks. I don't know who gives y'all fireworks to be shooting. They start at like 6 p.m. and go to like 3 a.m.
Bro, they started like 3 weeks ago for me. That's the thing. They've been like, it's not 1920. There are more fun things to do than pop a firecracker over and over, and it's obnoxious. It's like, there it goes. Like,
the whole thing is, My whole thing is, no one's out there looking for him now. It's not July 4th. Who are you doing it for?
I'm not looking for him on July 4th either.
People,
Make no
yeah,
mistake.
people still do. All right, people still do, but like, what are you doing them for?
I don't see the need, or I don't get it. I don't see
get
the
it.
fascination.
Me
As
either.
a kid, like, oh, blowing stuff up, fun. All right, but then it's
Once.
like, all right, how many years out of my life am I gonna like
They're the same
enjoy
ones
that?
too. It's not no new shit.
Yeah. Those are low-key dangerous too. I seen like a war in Brooklyn where they were shooting it at each other. I'm like, ah, they're wild.
Yep.
That Harry Potter shit looking shit.
Yeah, that didn't look. It looked cool. It looked like an actual
Yeah.
Star
Until you
Wars
get hit with
fight.
one of them
Until
shits.
you get hit and that shit
Yeah,
pop your
yeah.
ear off,
Yeah.
Yeah.
looking like potato head. Yeah, but fuck them.
Word. All right, we're coming up on the last
2 minute
couple
warning.
Yeah. So again, hopefully we'll be back in person real soon. Just because you know, the energy is a whole lot different when we're in person. So we want to get back to a lot of the stuff we were planning. We had a lot of shit in motion. So, you know,
Yep.
look forward to it. Hopefully things will start getting back to normal wherever you're at. If you're in New York, we're in phase 2, bitches. If you're not,
Stay there.
yeah. And yeah, on that note, any last words?
Don't kill us.
Yeah, that.
Don't kill us. All right.